Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday weekend. So apparently, this is evidently September 29th, 2018, especially around this weekend on a Saturday. Plus, and yes, I can also notice this half moon, which is now currently outside tonight. And I've also noticing a bunch of stars I'm now looking at. Right now I'm just, noticing. So let me see. Hold on for a moment. Before I get to this half moon, I'm gonna take a look outside. I can't see the stars out here, but like I said, there's so many of them. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11. I was about to say 12, but all I can just clearly, like I said, but I can really just see these stars out here. Really. Can I be able to spot it? No, I can't. Not from this camera, though. Alright. Let me see. Well, perhaps if I can try to switch on to night mode, I'll be able to see the stars much more easier. Alright, let's zoom in. Alright, hold on. Let me hold on to this. Well, I already know it's basically morning. So apparently, I just spotted this half moon out here just earlier. So apparently, I've been busy just working on my sketches in my sketchbook. So I thought it was best for so I thought it was it was best for me do this video recording of this half moon out here anyway. Since I do know earlier since yesterday, it was really cloudy and it was also raining outside. Then suddenly I'm checking on the weather channel on my phone, and apparently, this moon out here, and plus I also knew this moon out here will eventually show up, and I'm starting to wonder why is it all of the time does that always shows up, especially around around the morning, especially here in late September. Every month, of course, this moon would definitely appear around the afternoons, but sometime around late around this month, it always shows up, especially around this morning, whether it's the weekdays or the weekend. Oh yeah, and plus, I did spotted a house centipede, of course. That was on top of those white curtains, of course, in the living room. While I was just let me see, while I was just downstairs though. Weather. Let's see. Let me see. So the weather, of course, tonight, around this Saturday morning, is currently cool. Usually. Like I said, but to be honest, I was actually just busy let me see, I was busy currently working on a couple of sketches on my sketchbook. I was just like, say, well, really drawing Anna Allen, who you also know as Anna and Denise, Audrey Aline Allen's youngest sister. So that's yeah. So that's like yeah. So I was just busy like say well just sketching her. I mean drawing her on my sketchbook, just testing my skills out. So I was trying to like say well just working on about both of them. So I'm almost done with the first one, but I'm trying to like say well get her hair right though. I'm trying to get Anna's hair right, so that's all there is to it. And plus, I'm also currently working on the second sketch of her as well. So apparently, what I'm just gonna do is like say, well, take a break from drawing. However, get some rest, and after that, I should be able to try and like say, well, get right back on it. I mean, get right back on like say, well, sketching her again. Oh, Anna Allen, I mean. So that's exactly what I've been doing since about a few minutes ago, around this Saturday weekend. So, all right, so let's see. So, all I'm just doing is like, well, let me see. While I'm just, busy looking at this half moon out here, which is above these skies tonight, I'm also looking at, let me see, because right now I'm just currently observing, like, say what? Tons of these stars out here. There could be 11 or 12 of them. I'm not so sure, but like I said, but there's like several of them out here. So let's see, so I can clearly just like say, well, spot them much easier. Okay, so let's see. Even though I've just suddenly just zoomed in from a distance, this half moon shouldn't be expanding like that, really. Okay. Wonder why on earth it's doing that. Alright, let me see. So I'm just zooming out. Since I'm just currently just viewing this from upstairs bathroom window. But man, oh man, time sure does fly faster though, doesn't it? I hate it when it happens, don't y'all? Time flies so fast and it feels like, you know what? Man. It just feels like, time's just not exactly on my side at this moment. It flies by so fast, and here's one thing you just like say, you spot this half moon, even out here. So let's see. But man, oh man, yesterday it was like, the weather was like, really cloudy, and it was, yeah, it was actually cloudy, and plus it was, raining as well. But as soon as I was like, well, taking a look at the weather report on my phone, apparently I just like say, well, discovered that the weather itself would eventually stop raining, and eventually eventually the cloudy weather, of course, would eventually clear up into, these clear night skies to which, I'm currently observing out here. Okay, hold up. Let me see, because the image, of course, when I'm just looking at it, it shouldn't be blurry like that. Alright, let's see. Let me try and zoom right in. Alright, that's much more. Alright, that's much better. Hold up. Okay. Okay, it shouldn't be expanding like that. Expanding like that, period. Oh, I had to stretch my what? My right. Let me see my right arm though. So I'm actually holding my phone directly on my left, using my left hand. Now this airplane out here is like, say, well, currently flying fast. It's definitely moving. It's just flying. Let me see. So right now it's just currently flying on the left side direction. Even out here. Yeah, let me see. But speaking about the Weather Channel, okay, let's see. All right, let me see. Since there's a half moon out here, since the skies are basically clear tonight. Great. Now, great. Now some persons like say, well, car car alarm just suddenly just went off, but okay, now it stopped. Well, making that blaring sound though, that car alarm sound. But anyways, as I was saying, speaking about the Weather Channel, I was checking out the weather reports for for this Saturday weekend. So apparently, let me see. There will be let's see. The weather itself will be sunny today, possibly starting around like say what at 10. I mean, starting around at 10 a.m. Even around here in East Point. And this, let me see. And plus, it should be like say, well, it'll be sunny for 10 a.m. for 4 a.m. And well, let's see. There should okay, and plus there won't be like say, well, any rain going on. Oh, excuse me, I just burped. So the weather itself, however, will be just fine. And plus, I think around 7 p.m. there should be like say what there should be, let me see, there should be like say what sunny as well too. As for this, as for the moon itself, it will reappear again. I'd say well, starting around like say what on a Sunday morning, especially around at nighttime. And I think that's just about it. Yeah, so I was just checking. Yeah, so I was checking out the Weather Channel while I was just busy updating it, even on my phone. And I could definitely hear, like, say, well, the sound of a motorcycle just revving up loud. And speaking of motorcycles, here's something else too. Let's see. One person, such as like one dude on the other hand, they usually like say one of them always like to say riding their motorcycles, especially out here around this neighborhood, and they like I said they ride their motorcycles like super fast. Only for about like I said they move like say really fast for about a second, and I'm like, how in the world can one person can actually just do that? On the real, that motorcyclist, on the other hand, really ought to be more careful. If they try to, like, say, riding their motorcycle, especially, like, say, especially around here in this neighborhood, man, that person, on the other hand, could seriously end up getting hurt or worse. And what happens, of course, like say, well, if an innocent bystander, such as like well, a neighbor or a kid, of course, were to simply like say what, try and cross the street though, or like say any other animal like a dog though, or a cat. Still, motorcyclists ought to be more careful though, like really. I mean, you can actually hear. I mean, here's one thing: I can actually hear like say what, hear like the sound of a motorcycle going on, and they rev up so fast. It's like let's see, and they actually like say, well, they rev up and they ride so fast. It happens like well in a second. I don't know how they do that, but even still, it's just really dangerous. So just a heads up on that one. Sometimes they do that, but not all of the time, really. Like on an everyday basis. Sometimes that can actually happen, like, say, well, even on the weekends. Whether it's Saturday or Sunday, so. Oops. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I can definitely see that small speck of a star out here. But like I said, but there's so many of them. It's hard to tell how many there are here above these night skies. So let's see. So the sky's out here. Let me see. It'll be light soon, though. Although it's still nighttime, but like I said, it'll be light soon later on. Since I can clearly see it out here. Alright, let me hold on to this here. Okay. There it is. Yeah, I can definitely spot... Okay, yeah, I can definitely spot this moon out here, so I can see it clearly now. So yes, it is a half moon, so it's not exactly a full moon anymore. So there you are. So let's see, how many stars are there again? Let me try and count. See, there's one. Let's see, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 11. Okay, yeah. I said that. Okay, so I see. Alright, so I can tell that truly makes it 11. Yeah, let's see. So I'm looking at the skies tonight. Yeah, like I said, it's gonna be light soon though, really. So I'd say I think that's like what? I think it's 6:34 a.m. So I'm just looking at the clock though. Even up here. Alright, let's see. Okay. That's much more like it. Yeah, it's a good thing I managed to like say, well, hey, managed to do this video recording of this half moon, just in case before you know there'll be light soon, really. So I figured I might be able to get it done and quickly though. Before it's, well, rise and shine, especially around like say, well, you're on this Saturday weekend, really. No, wait a minute. There's actually a 12 star here. Okay, I just noticed one of them here above the sky. So, yeah, that makes it 12. That's 12 stars out here. Isn't it? I mean, isn't it amazing, really? Yep, it sure is. Yeah, the weather out here is basically okay. I can definitely see the skies out here. Although it's clear, but I do notice it's like say, well, yeah, like I said, it's gonna be light though, so I can clearly just see it, even from this distance. All right, hold on for a moment. Let me hold up. All right. Yeah, the weather out here is like, say, is basically cold, though, no doubt. But at least it's not exactly warm and muggy, like I said. But at least the weather out here is not exactly like, say, all warm and muggy like the summer itself really was. Especially like, say, well, around this month, well, early in September. But man, that was rough. All right, but in the meantime, good morning on a most beautiful Saturday, well, weekend. And plus, I do notice, like, say, well, this airplane out here flying around, so it's passing by towards the star. Okay, now I see it. But in the meantime, good morning on a most beautiful Saturday morning. Plus, I'm gonna try and resume working on the sketch, of course, on Anna Allen, Audrey's youngest sister. I should be able to get both of them done. But in the meantime, I love y'all. Y'all be good, be safe and sound out there. Happy weekend. Stay tuned, and I will be back, everyone. Oh yeah.